What's up guys, this is Jay Silver and I'm here to make another video on voiceover. I just had to get on here and speak my mind a little bit about what Twitter is saying. I don't really agree a lot with what voiceover Twitter says, but this time it's kind of a big one. There just seems to be this idea that voiceover is a clear-cut path and it has clear-cut rules, and I know they won't say it, but they're always saying it anyway. And they're always kind of contradicting themselves. They're saying there's no right way to do voiceover, there's no clear-cut path, but then they're always tweeting these list of rules that you can or can't do. It's come on guys, think for yourselves. The reason I'm saying this is because there is not a clear-cut way, and sometimes you gotta bend the rules, and I am living proof of that. Well, sure, I went to acting school, and I have vocal coaches, and I got my agent without connections, but in terms of getting your foot in the door, you kinda gotta get down and dirty for that. A good example of this is the story of how I got into motion capture. Sometime right before the pandemic, my agent emailed me and asked me if I had any experience in motion capture. And I was like, yes I do. And I had never stepped foot in a mocap studio in my life. All I knew was that I really wanted to do it. And so what happened was I spent the whole night studying. My agent got me booked for the studio in my city for the next day because they were looking for someone who just knows how to do it. So I did my research, I looked everywhere online, I was looking at pictures, I was looking at behind the scenes on video games. Shout out to Troy Baker, he was a huge help for me. And so the next day I went in and I just kicked as much ass as I could. And you know what? I think that pure passion for mocap kinda got my foot in the door naturally, because it wasn't just the good work I did on set, it was also because I really just connected well with the staff and the owner of the studio. I made sure I was impressionable, I made sure I was directable, and I really wanted to make them laugh, so I was like, let's play the outgoing game today, even though it was 7 a.m. So I did that, and they loved me, and they put me on their talent roster. So now I am one of 20 people in the city who are just called in. And now that I've done a lot of motion capture, they trust me a lot with performance capture and facial capture. And it's just so many opportunities opened up, all because I didn't play by the book. I remember getting that email from my agent and I just looked at the camera and I was like, I don't play by the rules. And then I hit send. So the moral of the story is don't listen to Twitter, or anyone for that matter. I think everyone just tries so hard to have a clean slate at all times that they don't want to take any chances or risk anything. But when you do that and you're trying to wait for something to come to you, you're just kind of hey, fuck you opportunities. Just don't do it. If a game developer's hey, I'm looking for voice actors who have experience in video games already, just fucking do it. Don't just say to yourself, oh, I don't, because then you never will. You can't wait for these doors to open for you. You gotta kick them down sometimes. And you gotta believe in yourself. Be strong. I got tons of jobs off just saying, yeah, I've done that before. And then no one gets hurt, and I gain the experience I lied about anyway. Who fucking cares? There is tons of stories online about celebrities lying to get roles. Just do me a favor, promise me this. Break one rule this year. Don't wait around just to be polite and try to look like you are a good person and you're doing voice acting right. Grab the industry by the nutsack just one time. This has been a Jay Silver TED Talk. Thank you very much.